Howdy to everyone. Happy Friday. We get another opportunity to explore our mind, to try and quiet the mind. It's amazing, right? If you ask any human who wants a peace of mind, everyone would raise their hand. But no, it's rare someone has a technique to get the mind quiet. So the yogis recognize the mind, our mind constantly have thoughts in and out, how to get it quiet. So they call it the chitta, the space in the forehead region to quiet it down. And then the mind also exists in the heart space, hridaya, how to connect to the heart space. So today, our class on Friday is training ourselves to sit still. See if we can sit still for 40 minutes, 45 minutes without moving. Yes, because our mind is so agitated, the mind affects our breathing pattern. And so we move left, right, that now we're trying to tell you to sit still. So for 40 minutes, we're going to try and just sit still and go within. It's a beautiful challenge. Let's make any adjustments. Stretch the legs out, wiggle the ankles, the knees, shake the legs. And when you cross the legs back, cross them into your most comfortable cross-legged posture. And if at any time in the practice, if one of the foot falls asleep, keep your eyelids closed, but feel free to take the legs out, shake it out for a bit, and then cross it back. No hard and fast rules. Come into a nice tall pose. Close the eyes softly, palms on the knees, touch the tip of the thumbs, tip of the index fingers. As you close the eyes, lose the power of your legs. Push the legs down and lift your spine as tall as you can. And you want to keep this tall posture for the rest of the practice. Moving the physical body into stillness. Take your awareness to the right foot, toes to the heel. The right foot is still. To the left foot is solid. The entire right leg from the toes, passing the calf, the knee, the thigh to the right hip girdle. The entire right leg is immovable. To the entire left leg, Toes to hip, entire left leg is solid. Bring the awareness to the pelvic floor, the glutes, the lower back, the front of the pelvis. The entire pelvic floor is grounded. To the entire back, from the glutes to the shoulders, the entire back is still. Take the awareness to the right hand, fingertips to the wrist. Right hand is rigid. To the left hand is steady. To the entire right arm, fingertips passing the wrist, the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm. To the right shoulder blade, the entire right arm is immovable. To the entire left arm, fingertips to shoulder, entire left arm is solid. Take your awareness to the neck. The neck is motionless. To the head is completely still. Take your awareness to the whole body and imagine the whole body is like a statue, immovable, stable. As the physical body starts to move deeper into stillness more and more as time progresses, let's work on quieting the mind, liberating the mind into the present moment. Initially, the yogis attach their mind to the breath. Become aware of your amazing breath at the entrance of the nostrils. Be enamored by your constant companion in this incarnation as the breath moves in and out. See if you can identify the slight temperature change of the breath. The incoming breath is slightly cooler. The outgoing breath with the body's heat is slightly warmer. Bring the focus of the mind to the breath in the rib cage. Try not to alter the movement of the rib cage. Just witness it. As we inhale, the rib cage naturally makes a small movement up and out. As we exhale, the rib cage naturally makes a small movement in and down. Stay in the present moment. The breath in the rib cage now. Quieten the mind a little bit more. This time, focus the mind on the movement of the abdomen. Try not to alter the movement of the abdomen, just witness it. As we inhale in and out, the abdomen naturally makes a small movement out and in. Stay in the present with the breath in the abdomen now. Bring the focus of your mind back to the breath at the entrance of the nostrils. And let's sensitize the mind a little bit more. Try and identify the 4 parts of your breath. The inhalation is followed by a split-second retention inside, followed by an exhalation, followed by a split-second retention outside, followed by an inhalation again. Keep witnessing the 4 parts of your breath now. And let's equalize the 4 parts of the breath, quieten the mind a little bit more. Move with me, my pace. Inhale slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath in. Continue this ratio. If counts of 4 is too strenuous, decrease it to counts of 3. If it's too easy for your lungs, increase it to counts of 5. No strain whatsoever, but equalize the 4 parts of the breath now. After your next exhalation, bring the breath back to normal breathing. Move into the psychic breathing, Ujjayi Pranayama with Khechri Mudra. Curl the tongue backwards as far as you can, pressing the upper palate, maybe a little further back, but no strain on the tongue. And as you press the upper palate with the tip of the tongue, allow the air as it passes the epiglottis to make a soothing sound, Ujjayi Pranayama. If at any time the tongue gets tired, feel free to place the tongue at the bottom of the mouth for a few seconds and then curl it back up. Breathe slowly as possible, both in and out. Allow your mind to stay in the present on the soothing sound of the breath now. After you complete the next exhalation, return the tongue to the bottom of the mouth and move into the opposite of Ujjayi Pranayama, Mona Pranayama, silent breathing. Breathe as slowly as possible in, slowly as possible out, but keep the breath silently as possible and allow your mind to dwell into the silence of the breath. I want you to keep the breath silent, project your consciousness in that space behind the forehead, the Chidaakash. And as you gaze there, I want you to Witness, just be a witness for now. A thought will come into your mind, it will stay for a while, it will leave. Another thought will come in, stay for a while, leave. And these thought patterns are coming from the sense perception. So you might see a form, you might hear a song, you might remember a smell, you might remember a taste, might remember a touch, whatever comes in the mind, just witness them detachedly. Now, if no thoughts enter your mind, just appreciate the silence of the mind. Excellent. Now, this time I want you to be, instead of being a passive witness, I want you to actively create a thought in the mind. You choose your object, and after you hold your object for about 5 to 6 seconds, cast it away, choose another object, hold it in the mind for a bit, cast it away. No random thoughts come in the mind. You're choosing your objects. For the next couple minutes, choose your object after object in your mind now. Choose your last object now. Hold it for a few seconds. Cast it away, cast it away. And now this time, you're going to be a passive witness. You let the thoughts come up randomly. Whatever come up from the subconscious part of the mind, witness them, but cast them away after you brood over them. Another one will come up. As you see it come up, you contemplate it. Which thought is there? Cast it away. So let the thoughts come up randomly, but you consciously cast them away after you brood over them for a few seconds. And if no thoughts enter randomly, just appreciate the silence, inner quietness of the mind. Excellent. And now I want you to keep your gaze in the center of the eyebrow. Choose the first thought that come up to your mind, whichever thought that comes up to your mind. Choose a thought and let's hold that thought in your mind for as long as you can right now. Hold that thought. Only that object, that thought that comes in the mind, which is coming up naturally from you. Hold it in the mind, nothing else but that thought. Very good. Now let the object go. And this time, just keep your gaze in the center of the eyebrows and try this time. No random thoughts enter the mind. Not even you choose a thought for the mind. Just keep the mind as quiet as possible now. No random thoughts, no thoughts in the mind. Excellent. Now move your consciousness to the mind around the chest region. Yogis call it Hridayakash. Leaving the chitta from the head into the heart space. Become aware of that beautiful space behind the breastbone and in front of the backbone, that region, that space between the diaphragm and the clavicle. As you inhale, you see that space expands. And as you exhale, that space contracts. Stay in the present moment with the Hridayakash, the mind space around the heart space. I want you to see a beautiful flame in that heart space. That flame is energizing your heart to beat. Find your heartbeat. We've been sitting still for a while, so it'll be easier to find the heartbeat now. See if you can identify the pulse in the chest region now. The yogis recognize we've had that heartbeat ever since the 25th day after conception up to this present moment. And recognize that heart is beating because of that presence of that beautiful golden flame, the Atma. The heart space governs our feelings or emotions. Chitta in the mind, in the forehead, we think. In the heart space, we feel, we know. Your beautiful heart space, breastbone to backbone, diaphragm to clavicle. I want you to imagine, bring into your awareness the feeling of tranquility, and give tranquility in your heart space. Give it a color for that region of tranquility. As we go through our incarnation in this life, we've all experienced anxiety around the heart space. Contemplate a time you're anxious and give it a color for your heart space. The heart space when we are anxious. Your psyche will naturally choose the color for it. We've all experienced gratitude, grateful for so many gifts. Give gratitude a color in your heart space now. Remember a time you were grateful and color the heart space. Each and every one of us have been courageous before. Some people told us we couldn't, and we found that courage to overcome it, courage to go against the norm. Remember a time you were courageous in the heart space, and give courage a beautiful color. Remember a time when you were compassionate, time when you did an action of love to assist a fellow living entity. And as you hold that compassionate experience, I want you to paint your heart space, give it a color of compassion now. Excellent. And for the next couple minutes, I want you, the spiritual being that's hearing my voice, who's residing in that heart space, just to sit in stillness and quietness. And as we sit in quietness, the yoga is understood, we can then start to listen to divinity. God is so close to us in the heart space, right next to us in this incarnation. Sit in stillness in the presence of divinity, being awe and reverence. As you sit in stillness, I want you to introspect where you're at in this evolution, knowing your strengths and weaknesses, knowing what you want to improve upon on yourself. You can feel it. And then we're going to move that from the heart space and back to the center of the forehead and plant a sankalpa for that transformation we want to see ourselves growing into. Plant your sankalpa in the mind 3 times now. And with your psychic vision, the same eye you use to see your dreams at nighttime, see yourself living with that that desire, that sankalpa manifested in your being. How people interrelate to you, how you relate to others, how you relate to the planet. See yourself living in that desire manifested now. Excellent. And recognize it's just a matter of time and space for you to bring it from the astral realm, the mental realm, into the three-dimensional realm outside. And the elements of the three-dimensional universe, earth, water, fire, air, mutate. And before you know it, that desire is mutated, manifested with the help of Paramatma, Lord in the heart. As you start to externalize the consciousness, you want to recognize the powerful emotion of love that's coming throughout your whole body. When we sit down, sitting still, to quiet the mind, to train the mind, to impose our desire on the mind, yogis understood this is an extension of our self-love. We want to take that experience of self-love into the universe outside. With a disciplined mind, a focused, concentrated mind, and an open heart. We take our practice off the meditation cushion into the universe outside. Become aware of any external noises. Become aware of the breath moving in and out. Recognizing this amazing breath is part of God's unconditional love to us. Always remembering that we are being loved every second of our incarnation. One expression of that is this breath. Take a deep inhalation. Exhale slowly. Move the fingers slowly. Bring the palms to the heart. Lower the head towards your higher self, the Atma, towards Paramatma, Lord in the heart. Namaste. Lift the head, open the eyes, and try and take that quiet mind that you have achieved, concentrating on your objects. Try and take the quietness with you off the meditation cushion. Try and take that heart space of higher space of compassion. Try and manifest that desire into the three-dimensional realm. Yes, the shirt I'm wearing was in the designer's mind. The shirt you're wearing was in the designer's mind. It's manifested. So we want to connect to the higher frequencies in the heart, then introspect, know where we're at, then bring those into the mental realm, and then take them out into this dimension. Thank you so much. I hope you have a relaxed weekend. Look forward to seeing you all again on Monday. We resume our sutras, exploring the philosophy of yoga. Hari Om. Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you, Bashak.
Yeah.
Thank you, Helen and Zelene. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Mahalo, Paula.
Mahalo, Yogi Charlo.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Danielle.
Thank you.
Thank you, Adam.
Thanks, Yogi.
Thank you, Alexandra. Thank you, Rosa.
Hariom Tat Sat, thank you.
Hi, Rosa.
Yeah. Have a lovely rest of the weekend. Hadi Om Tat Sat.
Adios.
Thank you.